Hi, my name is Paige Banks, and I chose to do my presentation on the Book of Revelation and some of the symbols that it includes. So, a brief overview of the book of what happens in the Book of Revelation. It outlines what happens upon the return of Jesus, and it talks about a vision that John has. John is told to write a letter to the seven churches, and then he is led to where the lamb, which symbolizes Jesus, and the scroll being opened, and the angels come with trumpets to warn of those who believe of what is to come. The dragon, who comes to a pregnant lady and has the intention of eating her child, and the beasts which come from the sea. And then the bowls of God's final wrath are poured out upon the earth by angels, and the defeat and the destruction of the beasts happens, and all things are made new. So the symbols that I want to cover in this presentation are the scroll, the dragon, the beasts, the mark, the bowls, and Babylon. So first of all, the scroll. The scroll has 7 seals, which is God's number. It symbolizes completion. And so this specific scroll has writing on both sides of it, which is uncommon for many scrolls. And so it's talked about in Revelation 5, 1 through 6. So it says, "Then I saw at the right hand of him who was seated at the throne a scroll written and on the back sealed with 7 seals. I saw the mighty angel proclaiming with a loud voice, 'Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals?' No one in heaven or on earth or under earth was able to open the scroll or look into it. And I began to weep loudly because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or to look into it. And one of the elders said to me, 'Weep no more. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has conquered. So he can open the scroll and its 7 seals.' And between the throne and the 4 living creatures and among the elders I saw a lamb standing. And so it had been slain with 7 thorns and 7 eyes, which are the spirits of God sent out onto the earth." And so they found that Jesus was worthy of opening the scroll, which was good. The dragon. The dragon they talk about in Revelation 12, and the dragon had 7 heads, and it represents the kingdom of Satan and his reign on earth. The dragon also has 10 horns, which represent his limited power and the fact that he has temporary power over the earth. The beast is talked about in Revelation 13, 1 through 10. And the beast has come from the dragon and it's similar in the number of heads. And so that symbolizes the fact that it did come from the dragon, and they are alike in wickedness, and it fulfills the prophecy about the coming of the Antichrist. The mark is talked about in Revelation 13, 16, and 17, and also in 18. And it says, "Also it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both slave and free, to be marked on the right hand or on the forehead, so that nobody can buy it or sell unless he has the mark, and that is the name of the beast, the number of its name. This also calls for wisdom. Let the one who has the understanding calculate the number of the beast, for its number of a man, and its number is 666. This is saying that all those who do not believe are marked with the number 666 on their forehead and on their hand, to show that they fall short of God's glory, because God's number is 7, which symbolizes completion. And next is the bowls. The bowls are full of God's final judgment and wrath, and they demonstrate how the world is all going to end, and it shows for those who don't repent, they will be doomed to hell. And this is talked about in Revelation 15, 1 through 8, and they are actually poured out upon the earth in 17, 1 through 21. And lastly, we have Babylon. Babylon was the epicenter for sin and immorality, and God would punish those who were still there. And so if you were saved, you were to flee the area, and this is the destruction of Babylon that happens in the book of Revelation. And here are my sources.